In this video, I'll show you how weight measurement works out in metric. It's fairly straightforward. I quite like it. It is working very consistently, much the same way as money works. So, if you can handle money, you will be able to handle weight measurement in metric. And this is what I mean by money and weight measurement being similar. Let me just write here, say, units of measurement. In both systems, whether it's weight or money, we have units of measurement. And we have a base unit. I'll write it somewhere here. Base unit. And the base unit, when it comes to money, it's a dollar. There. And when it comes to measuring weight, it is a gram. There, there's 1 gram. It says 1 gram on it. Yeah. Do believe me, I just checked it on this digital scale. Now, when we have 10 of these dollars, we can make multiples of these units of measurement, whether weight or money. When we have 10 of these dollars, we can exchange it for a $10 bill. I'm just going to write a $10 bill here. And we know that the exchange rate is 10. So 10 times this equals that. Or, just come on in a little closer, thereabouts. Or, when you exchange a $10 bill, you're going to get $10 in exchange. Likewise, here we have a 1 gram and here we have a 10 gram mass. Because these are technically masses, not weight, but close enough for now. That's also 10 times the original amount, and it is called a decagram. Okay, we have a decagram, just as we have a $10 bill. 10 times the exchange. We can go up one more level, and you know that when you have 10 $10 bills, you can exchange one, or you can exchange all 10 for a $100 bill. So I'm just going to write 100 here as the $100 bill, and the exchange rate happens the same way. When you have one $100 bill, you know that you get 10 of these out of it. Likewise, just as we have a decagram, we also have here a hectogram. And this white unit here is a hectogram, is 100 times heavier than this one, just as you can get out of this $100 bill 100 of these. Same way, out of one of these you're gonna get 100 of these little 1 gram units. Oops. Okay, you get the idea. The exchange rate works much the same way. One more level up, because decagram is quite widely used in European countries. Hectogram is not. It's just not used. We have another tenfold amount. There. Here is your $1,000 bill. You know that when you have 10 $100 bills, you can exchange it for a $1,000 bill. It's not in circulation, but it does exist. So I'm just going to write 1,000 there. And for 10 of these hectograms, when it's multiplied by 10, everything is here 10 times, you're going to get one of these, a kilogram. I'm just going to write kilogram here, and there it is. So the exchange rate again works the same way. Out of a $1,000 bill, you get 10 $100 bills. Same way, out of a kilogram, you get 10 of these, or out of a $1,000 bill again, you get 1,000 of these dollars. And same way, out of 1 kilogram, you get exactly 1000 grams. That's why it says 1000 gram on it. There. Now, we also have smaller units that are represented by these smaller coins. And we know that a dollar exchanges for 10 dimes. So we can divide a dollar into 10 dimes equally. Likewise, 1 gram also divides into a decigram. It's not used very often. I'm just gonna cross it over. So is the hectogram. It's not really used, okay? I don't know why, but it's just not. And this one is a multiple of 10 again. And likewise, a decigram. How about that little stone? I just measured it on the scale. 10 of those weigh as much as a gram. So, where do I do this? They fit, yeah. So, 10 of these decigrams will be as heavy as 1 gram, just as 10 of these dimes get exchanged for $1. Same thing. We have a smaller unit as well. It's called a centigram, and in terms of money, dime and decigram, they start with the same letter D, but don't mess up and mix up decigram with decagram, okay? And here we have a 1 cent coin, which works much the same way as centigram works, and relates to grams and kilograms much the same way as a cent relates to a dollar or a $10 or a $1,000 bill. So here I have another chip of stone, a centigram. I just measured it again. 10 centigrams weigh as much as a decigram, because 10 cents get exchanged for 1 dime. The same way here, 10 centigrams get exchanged for 1 decigram. Decigram. And one more smaller unit. You're probably familiar with this one. Milligram. We don't have a smaller unit in terms of money that could stand in to fill this spot, but 1 milligram there. This grain of sand. Well, it's not exactly sand. It's a little bigger than that, but this thing is about 1 milligram. You can see milligrams on vitamin bottles and such things, medication. So this is about 1 milligram, and the exchange rate is again 10 times everywhere. So everything is 10 times bigger, or working down 10, not 10 times smaller, but tenth of what the previous amount is above it. So let's do some exchanges. For example, how many centigrams make 1 gram? It's the same thing as asking how many cents make $1. You have to see how many levels it is away. So 10 cents make a dime, and 10 dimes make $1. So 10 times 10. And this is what you can do easily. So you write down the first 10, and the second 10 has one more zero in it. So you write up and down. So 100 centigrams will make 1 gram, just as 100 cents make $1. How about 3.7 kilograms? 3.7 kilograms will make how many grams? In other words, it's the same as asking, say, $3,500 bills is actually how many dollars? If you have 3 of these, that's 3,000, and half of this is 500. 3,000 and the 500. 3,500 is the answer for it. And if you look at the amounts, It's the exchange rate between a dollar and a dollar and $1,000 bill is 10 times 10 times 10. So what you do is write down the 3, write down the 7, oops, and that's a fancy 7, and 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So 3.7 gets multiplied by 1,000. So I'm just going to do it with my pencil here. 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. That's where the decimal dot goes. And you just fill it in with zeros. There, you can see it better this way. So 3.7 kilograms is 3,700 grams. Okay, that's a gram there. The last one. How about decagrams? Say 51 decagram equals how many milligrams? 51 decagrams, here's a decagram, equals how many milligrams? Now we have to take a look at how many multiples of 10. There, let me just zoom out a little bit. So how many, yikes, we have to take a look at how many multiples of 10 are between the two, the decagram and the milligram. And it's 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. 4 levels, so that's four zeros. So you write down the 51. Oops, that one's slippery. 51. And 51 is the same as 51.0. And what did I say? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros are going to be following it. So there's the 4 zeros, and when you read it, that's 510,000 milligrams. 51 decagrams is 510,000 milligrams. It's fairly straightforward and pretty consistent, and just keep practicing. That's how metric weight measurement works. Much like money. You can do this.